Hey guys, welcome. It's Marcy, also known as the Cranky Crafter. We're gonna do another Art by Marlene tag. We're on day 28. Just a few days left. What are we gonna do after that? I don't know, I haven't decided. So today's color that she's showcasing is, I believe, called fuchsia. I don't really have anything spectacularly close to that, and I didn't really want to like mix paints, so I think we'll just do a pink and a purple, and hopefully it turns out like it looks in my head. This is bright magenta and this is wild iris. I want to say this is really watery. Hello. Okay. Ah! Oh. Slow your roll, Marcy. That's really super watery. We'll see if this one's any better. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh yeah, this one's better, definitely. But now, of course, I have purple all over me. What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought now. Okay, so I don't have fuchsia. I feel like fuchsia is like a mix between pink and purple-ish. So we're gonna try this. And my thoughts are that we're gonna use squares. I know. I'm kind of surprising myself right now because I almost always go with circles. But let's try something different. Why not try something different with this super wet paint that might not even be opaque at all? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is quite white, quite wet. Interesting. I'm kind of just making this up as I go along. Don't really know what I'm doing. Do these look like squares? Kinda. Partial squares. Okay, and then I'm gonna come in with some purple. And let's just hope this doesn't make like total mud. Mud, not what I'm going for. I mean, it's all right. Let's be real. This isn't going to be my best work ever. But it's just the background. So we're going to pretend that everything's going to be fine once it gets done. That sounds like a good thing to do, right? So right before I started this video, I was searching out my paints and the whole bucket of paints just fell right on the floor. So that was fun. Thankfully, they all stayed closed and none of them popped open on the carpet, because I really would have been quite cranky if that happened. Okay, hold please. I'm gonna use a power tool. Now that I'm looking at this and getting paint all over because I dropped the paintbrush, I think we need some smaller squares. And just got the tag right in that paint. I'm just doing a great job today. I think we need like some smaller ones. Here, let's put down some more of this liquid. That would be great for splatters, as it already did on my paper. Maybe just a few little ones. Does that look like fuchsia? Did I mix paint when I said that I wasn't going to? Probably, because that's what I do. So yesterday evening, I'm watching some dogs for my friend. Watching, that's a strong word. They're outside dogs. So I'm going over to make sure that they're fed and watered. And then, of course, I have to stick around and play for a little bit because that's just what you do because they're lonely. But I had gone over and got like the whole lay of the land and all of the directions and everything. And they live on a pretty, I would say it's a pretty substantial sized property. It's got a big, you know, like power gate that I have to use when I go into the property. And driving over there is always really fun because it's like 20 minutes from here. And I get to, you know, drive by the horses and the cows and the llamas and the random camel that I just happened to see yesterday when I was driving. I don't think that's something that you see a lot of the time, but we saw it. So we get there and I get in the gate, which I was nervous about that anyway. And of course the dog, one of the dogs, and they're larger dogs, they're like a lab and golden retriever, I think, of course comes barreling down the drive, and it's like a hill. So I'm coming up an incline. And the whole time I'm like, Marcy, don't hit the dog. Don't hit the dog. Just don't. That's not going to be a good way to start this pet sitting adventure. Which one of these? I'm going to go in with littler squares. Of course, I didn't pull out any distress ink to use, but we'll have to do that. Do I want this one or this one? No, I think this one. The other one seems a little bit too busy. So I'm worried that, you know, I'm not going to be able to see the dog because since it's on such a incline, I can't like see anything above or beside me that well. What do we want? Purple? Oh, sorry. I think I bumped you. All right, we'll do purple. I don't know how this is gonna go. Let me find my purple thing. So my husband happened to drive with me out there and is looking all, you know, on the side of the car as best as he can, making sure that I don't hit the dog. I didn't. Were you guys all waiting for me to say that? I did not hit the dog. Thank you very much. But I got up there and put in the code to open the garage. Didn't work. Code didn't work. Put it in again. Doesn't work. Look up the code to make sure that I've put the numbers in correctly. Still doesn't work. Then I turn it over to my husband because don't ask me to do anything technologically savvy. That's not my strong suit. I don't know what I'm expecting him to do. Fix it. That's what I'm expecting. Get the door open so that I can feed the dogs, because otherwise, then what? What happens if we don't do that? They're hungry. That's not cool. They're more rectangles. That's fine. It's fine, Marcy, it's fine. He can't get it to work. In the meantime, I'm like, these people, they might be up in the air, like still flying. I don't know. So I'm texting, of course, nothing. And then I call, nothing. And then I decide, okay, I'm going to use the husband's number because I know her phone is usually dead a lot of the time, and that's fine. There's nothing against that, except when I need to feed the dogs. So after a few calls, not going through, and then I call a third time when I'm practically ready to try to figure out a way how to break in the garage. And I get the husband, and he's like, oh, that's not the right code. Yeah, okay, we figured that out. I mean, we guessed that was what the issue was. So, crisis averted, got the right code, opened the garage, and fed the dogs. And the cats. The cats get fed like over near the shop. So it's a take your walking shoes because it's a little bit of a ways. All right, I have some images set out, and I think we're going to use this snail and this little gal. Oh, maybe if I, do you think if I cut her arm up a little bit, I could put it over top? All right, we might try it. We might try it. See how it goes. Let's scoot her in a little bit. I thought maybe I'd give her a leg, just one leg, because the other one would be behind the snail. But now I'm thinking that might not be necessary because there's not as much room on here as I anticipated. And then we'll put this up here. I think they're going to a birthday party. What do we think? Do we need something else in the back? I feel like maybe black will be good, but I think I'll wait and do something with the... Oh, I know what I could do. I could outline them a little bit. Oh, for the love of Pete. I could outline it a little bit. Maybe some of the small ones. Do we think that's a good idea? I don't know. Let's try it. Maybe if my pen worked, that would be nice. Yes, and I just got in the paint. You were totally waiting for that to happen, weren't you? It's fine. This pen is not really being our friend right now. There it goes. So I told you yesterday that I found some weights. Yeah. So after I fed the dogs this morning at my friend's house, I came home and I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and do my workout. Get it done. Because here's the thing. I'm not a big exercise fan. Just don't like it. I don't find it fun. I find it a necessary evil. It's not enjoyable to me. Whether it's at home, in the gym, doesn't matter. I don't like it. So I give myself a window of time that I'm going to get a workout in. You know what? I'm going to wipe this up just a little bit because this is so wet that it's not drying like the other ones usually does. Probably totally out of screen right now. Are we good? I'm going to pretend we're good. I give myself a window of time to work out. Almost always in the morning, because I just like getting all of my quote unquote homework done before I get to do fun stuff. So if I want to read or make a video, whatever, I gotta get that stupid workout done first. So I had Sean, my husband, show me how to do the TV yesterday with like the AirPlay or whatever it is, because I'm using Apple Fitness and I thought it would be nice to project it up onto the TV. Okay, so that's great. He showed me yesterday or the day before, whenever it was that I did my Pilates. Did it. It was fine. It was perfect. It worked wonderfully. What do you think happened when I went to do it today? I did everything that he showed me how to do and didn't work. Of course it didn't work. I'm going to try to trim her hand and see how this goes. Worst case scenario, this will stay behind and we won't even be able to tell. But just don't cut it all the way off. Okay, let's do that. I don't even really know what I'm expecting to do here. Like, is she riding the snail? Or she's just holding on to the snail? I don't know, but I like her arm there, so we're going to leave it. How are we going to attach this now? No. Is our glue going to work? Laura does this all the time over at the Half-Ass Crafter. Like glues stuff to stuff with arms and legs and whatever, because she does amazing paper dolls. I'm clearly a newbie at this. Okay, how about we'll do this. I'll do this. Put a little glue. Look at that, it came out. Put a little glue there. Now she's holding the snail. And I'm pretending that I can tell that glue's coming out there. I have no idea. Now the snail is there. Okay, now let's do this. Now we'll glue it. I'm not going to glue all the top though, because I need to try to stick the flowers in still. Right there. I think that's okay. Yeah, so work out. So I did all of the things that he told me to do. Pushed all the buttons, set all the things, and nothing's happening. It says that it's going on AirPlay, like it comes up on the TV, AirPlay, and I'm like, yes, all right, good, this is working. No, it's not working, because then instead of going to my fitness app, it goes to the settings page. I'm like, that's not helpful. Well, at this time, Sean's in a resource meeting upstairs. So I can't bother him. And of course I'm like, of course this is happening. Why wouldn't this happen? Because I just want to do this stupid workout and get it done with. And then we're going to put the sun up at the top. Because it's a bright sunny day for their probably quite slow walk to get to the birthday party. Unless it's a very fast turbo snail. Maybe it is. Okay, let's cut these randos off. And then we'll see if we want to put them somewhere else on the page. So I can't bother him because he's doing something important. and important, not like dealing with Marcy's crisis. Do we like that? Or should I just leave them off? No, I don't like it. We're going to have, well, by the time we get the quote and stuff, maybe that will be filled in. So, what do? I try to fix it my dang self because I hate it when I can't do stuff myself. I can't do it. People think that because Sean works with computers, that by osmosis I know how to do everything involved with that, and that's an absolutely incorrect statement. I don't know how to do it. Not even by osmosis. We need some white. Do we think white or black? Oh, this is hard. White? What if we do like, it needs something. What if we do this? Because you knew I wasn't getting out of there without doing some kind of polka dots. But they're in a squarish shape. So I asked Ione to come downstairs because she was upstairs in her room. And I'm like, do you know how to do this? Because Dad's in a meeting. And she said, are you trying to do AirPlay? I'm like, yes. And she says, yeah, because I was upstairs packing and all of a sudden my TV just turned on out of nowhere and started making noise. I'm like, what? How did that happen? And she's like, I don't know. I've never done AirPlay before, but I have to say it kind of freaked me out for a minute. Oh, brother. So I said, is my workout going on up in your room? Because I can come upstairs and do it while you're packing. She said, no, it was giving me a code or something. And I'm like, that didn't happen last time. So I said, I'm just going to wait till I don't really like that as well. So I'm not going to finish the other one. I kind of like this one better. That's too much. Why'd you guys let me do that? So I said, I'm just going to wait for Dad to get out of his meeting and see how he can help me. And she's like, yeah, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Sorry. Yeah, thanks. Good talk. So I'm like, I'm just going to go and do my puzzle for a little bit. And wait until he's done. And minutes went past and more minutes. And I'm like, okay, my window is quickly closing. And once the window is closed, I give myself permission. That, you can't even see that. I'm going to put yellow there. I give myself permission to not work out that day. So a part of me is like, just take your time at the meeting. Then I don't have to work out. And the other part of me is like, you need to work out, Marcy, because you're not going to the gym anymore. Fine. So I sent him a text and I'm like, when you're done, do you think you could come down and help me? Of course, he probably let out an exasperated sigh, even though I don't know that's the case. I bet he did. Should we draw like some, maybe I'll do it with black. Stamen, is that what they're called? So he comes down and I show him what I've done. And he's like, that's exactly what I did yesterday. Yeah. And the AirPlay pops up and he's like, see, it's going to be fine. And I'm like, no, it's not. And I'm just sitting there waiting because what always happens is I have an issue. I do it myself. I can't do it. I ask him and then he comes down, and then the issue miraculously is not there. So that's what I'm expecting to happen, honestly. And sure enough, it takes us not to the video and takes us to the settings page. And he's like, what the heck? Exactly. What the heck? So now I know it's my time to kind of walk away and let him figure stuff out, because he's going to start talking to himself, and I know now not to ask questions because he's not really talking to me. So I worked on the puzzle until thankfully he got it figured out. He had to like reset a whole bunch of stuff. I don't have any clue why. He doesn't either, but here we are. I did get to do it though. I did get to do my work, and it was good, and I'm gonna be sore tomorrow, guaranteed. I kind of want to do like make the little shell swirl. Say that really fast. Shell swirl. Like kind of wiggly. Oh, that's cute. Aw, look at it. That's a little cute bugger, isn't it? Should we do the strings too, or will that be too much? No, I don't think I want to. Maybe we'll wait and do that at the end. Do you guys have plans this weekend? Today's Friday. I don't really have any plans. I'm hoping that it'll be nice out so that I can get the sunflower seeds planted. I guess maybe I'll do some work outside if it's nice. And I will probably go down to we have a little puzzle library. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's kind of like a little free library that people put books out front, which I have personally, but it's like that except with puzzles. So if you're a puzzle fan, they have a website. They're not all on the website, just like with the little free library, not all of those are on the website either, or the app even. But some of them are. And you can put in like your area, your address or whatever, and see if you have any close to you. I think it's called the Puzzle Republic, I think. Don't quote me on that. But we have one that's close to the house, and I walk down there occasionally and trade out puzzles. There's still puzzles down there of mine that I put in there quite some time ago that have not yet been taken or exchanged or whatever. And I recognize them, but also because a lot of my puzzles come from my girlfriend Stacy. She sends me a lot, and sometimes we swap them. And she puts stickers on hers when she's done with them, and they're still there. The stickers are still there, so I'm like, that was us. So right now we're just giving some more color, giving it a little boost. You don't have to do this by any means. They're very bright on their own, honestly, but this kind of makes them pop. So if you have Posca pins, it's kind of fun to do it. You don't have to stay in the lines if you don't want to. Or, you know, color it in all the way. It's your call on how you want to do it. I kind of do not all the way, but I tend to lean towards whimsical art, so that kind of fits in with my wheelhouse. If you can say I have a wheelhouse, I have no idea. Should we give the sun some... Oh, we should probably do some lips on it, huh? Yeah, that's not working. These Posca pins are not my favorite. So sometimes I will just put it out on the mat and dip it like a paintbrush. They don't always like to work fantastic for me. Like the bigger ones, this size, what is it? 1.8 to 2.5 millimeters. Why did they say that? Does that change? Can that come out and be changed? Otherwise, why isn't it just one size? Do I not even understand how these work? Having said that, these larger ones tend to work better, I find, as far as getting like a steady flow of paint. All right, what was I doing? But the smaller ones, what does this one say it is? See, this just has one number, 0.7. Can I change the nib on those other ones? And I just didn't know it this whole time. That would not surprise me in the least. That I wouldn't know. It would surprise me that it did that. I kind of want... Can't see that, can you? I'll do it this way. I'll do some red ones that way. I don't know that I'm really sticking to a fantastic color palette here. What do we need to do to her hair? Something. Should I just put maybe some... Ooh. No. I was going to say gold, but I only have a big gold one. How about some white, like streaks through? She already has a little bit. Again. Am I the only one who has problems with this? Surely not. If anybody else has problems with this and they have a solution, let me know. Aside from doing it this way. Oh, see, now she looks like very wizened lady. What color freckles should we give her? Purple? Yeah, let's do purple. The puzzle that I'm working on now, I'm almost done with. Thank heavens, because it is tricky. Tricky, tricky. I will not miss it when it's gone. It's like a huge landscape, not landscape, city view of San Francisco. And like, look at, I totally did get paint somewhere from something. Don't even ask me how I got it all the way down here. It's like a cityscape, maybe that's the word I'm looking for, of San Francisco. And there's like a water, like a beach, and the San Francisco, like the Golden Gate Bridge, and Ghirardelli sign and lights. But it's a tricky one. It's very, very busy. I think we're going to put some gold on this one. That's what I'm thinking. Let me get my gold. Oh, or silver. Nope, gold. So this is what is this? Uniball Signo. I'm going to put some of it in her hair too. I don't know if this picks up how sparkly it is, but it's fun. I like it. I like adding gold. Now I'll do like some pretend writing. And maybe a little bit down here. All right, let's find our quote. I think oh, yep, I chose this one. All opinions will be ignored in the order in which they were received. Amen. I think I can put it all in one, too. That rarely happens. Oh. Okay, let's pick out a color string. Like this. Do we want that one? Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah? Or that? No, I like the purple. The color isn't even purple, but we're going to use purple. I'm going to stick that right there for now. I usually try to stick to like what the color of the day is, but we're not doing that today because that doesn't look like fuchsia at all. It just looks like purple. It's fine. Glue the back of our sticker. Oh gosh, pick it up. Adding oh, adding a little bit more glue. Hopefully it'll stay down. Or not. Just hold it there. And it's crooked. All right. I'm going to outline her a little bit. And then I think we're done. And look what I did. I sharpened my pencil. My pencil. Oh, I need to, let's put a little bit of something underneath them. Just to kind of ground them. And I'll wet it when I'm done. Would you stay down, please? There's really not much to outline, to be honest. He's funny. Can you still see the gold in her hair? Hope so. I'm just going to do the flowers too. Why not? Good? All right, now I'm just going to get some of this water. I have water dishes here when I do my watercolors. That kind of just like grounds them a little bit, I think. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do it at all if you don't want to. All right, I think that's it. I'll see you next time, guys.